going on, offshore racing world? I'm Will Holtz with Lake TV, and it's time to recap Shootout Offshore 2024 as it's officially in the books. It marked the P1 and UIM Class 1 World Championship Series, stop number 2 in the APBA National Championship Series. Third stop, and Friday, the first day of 2 days of racing, was actually cut short due to heavy rainfalls, so the event was suspended momentarily. They did have classes 500 and 700 run following the Class 1 qualifying and parade lap. In lieu of Class 1 races, there were 2 races scheduled for the weekends, and both of those would take place on Saturday, but we'll get to all of that. As far as the 500 and 700 bracketed classes running simultaneously, X Insurance took a double checkered flag. In the 500 class, you had X Insurance, TFR, Golf and Gator. It was JJ Turk driving and Nick Boyce throttling the 2023 Phantom 30 V-bottom. In the 700 class, you had X Insurance Statement Marine with Ricky Harmeyer and Owen Boyce throttling the 1989 Activator 22-foot V-bottom. And as far as the Class 1 qualifier on Friday, there were 3 boats taking the pole was Team DeFalco, Mike Falco and Billy Moore in their 22 victory. You'll remember in Cocoa Beach, they looked like they were headed to a checkered flag before they had a water pressure issue in the port side, and so they did not finish. Well, they took the pole, and in second place, it was Monster Energy, M-Con, and Tyler Miller back in the throttle. Of course, Steve Curtis filled in for him in Cocoa Beach, and Myrick Coyle driving the 2023 43-foot Skater Cat. And in third, DF Young and Good Boy Vodka, Alex Pratt and Rich Wyatt trying to figure out the 2009 Mystic 51 Powerboats Cat. And so the Class 1 order was set. Now for Saturday, much better weather than on Friday, so a full day of racing was in store. And the day would start with Mod V and Bracket Class 400 running simultaneously in Mod V. First place, X Insurance Statement Marine with JJ Turk and Nick Boyce getting their second checkered flag of the weekend, this time in a 2021 Extreme 29 V-bottom. And then it was on to the 400 class, where Simmons Marine with Jim Simmons, owner and driver, and Jason Zolecki, the hometown kid throttling, took the checkered flag in their 2014 Phantom 34-foot V-bottom. Some great racing, and then it was on to the first Class 1 race of the day. Now, Team DeFalco and DF Young did not finish, meaning it was all up to Monster Energy and M-Con Racing, and they got the checkered flag again in the 23 Skater 43-foot Cat. It was Myra Coyle and Tyler Miller. And I gotta tell you, just being around M-Con this weekend, their whole entire crew is just incredible. Of course, the legendary Johnny Tomlinson, who you know from the 450R class, and of course, all the things he's done over his long-running career in offshore racing was there. But M-Con's entire crew, top to bottom. You've got Dave McIntyre, Jake Lecklitter, Lindsey Miller, Jace Rivera, Craig and Chelsea Amptemeyer, Mike Powell, and all of their friends, family, and fans. And let me tell you, they have a crazy following everywhere they go. So to be at home, to get Tyler Miller back in the boat, and to take not just one, but don't want to ruin it, a checkered flag in Class 1 to start Saturday was a great weekend for M-Con Racing, and it got even better. Then it was on to the most competitive class in offshore racing today, Super Stock, with 14 boats set to compete, one of which didn't even start, so 13 boats took the course for Super Stock. And one of the cool things is a lot of these guys, they drive or throttle for more than one boat, but it's a different task or feat when they're back-to-back races. And for Myrick Coyle, who came in from the Monster Energy M-Con Racing boat, he had to jump onto the Super Stock boat with Rusty Williams, of course, the Performance Boat Center boat. Now, the most competitive class, as I said, 12 boats ended up competing, and this is a class that's pretty much been dominated by Jackhammer Racing, but taking the checkered flag for the first time, Team Celsius, with Chris Hopgood driving and throttleman Jay Mueller, who was a busy man this weekend. It was their 2018 Doug Wright 32-foot Cat. cat that did the trick. And in second place, we told you about Jackhammer, Reese Langheim, owner and driver, and Julian Maldonado took second place. That's 16 consecutive podium finishes for Jackhammer. For Reese Langheim, that's a 2015 victory 32-foot cat. And in third place, one of the coolest boat names on the course, Coco's Monkey. Driver AJ Bagano and throttleman Peter Bagano and their 2017 Doug Wright 32-foot cat. Now, after that, it was on to Super Cat class where 7 boats would compete. And with Graynell not starting, everyone's wondering who is going to win. And it looked like it was going to be Dirty Money with Brett Lilly driving and Billy Pyburn throttling the 2017 Skater 388 cat, but not so fast. At the awards, we ended up finding the checkered flag belonged to Bill Moff and Jay Mueller with WHM Motorsports in their 2014 Skater 40-foot cat. In second place, Imcon Monster Energy with Johnny Tomlinson throttling and Myrick Coyle driving. Now they took first in Cocoa Beach in their 22 Skater 388 cat. And in third place, CR Racing with Casey Boaz and Rob Unnerstall, and they also took third place in Cocoa Beach in their 2016 Skater 388 cat. Now for Dirty Money, who was disqualified, it looks like they missed a buoy. Now I'm not 100% sure that's the case, but it looks like there could have been more than one technicality on that. Following that race, it was on to the 450R class and Super V together. Super V results, Teams Farnsworth and Hancock Claims with Christian McCauley and Jay Healy took the checkered flag in their 05 Fountain 42-foot V-bottom. In the 450 class, it was Montlick Injury Attorneys' Doug Wright team that took first. Driver Logan Adon and throttleman Ricky Maldonado won that race in their 2023 Doug Wright 38-foot cat. And second, Mead Family Racing with Caleb Mead and Sean Torrente in the 22 MTI 390X. And in third place, GC Racing with Willie Cabiza and Grant Bruggerman. That was a 22 MTI 390XR cat. For TS Motorsports and Marine Technology, Johnny Tomlinson and Taylor Sism, they took fourth, and it was on to the final race of the day, the second Class 1 race. First place, once again, Monster Energy Imcon. Big day for them. They took 2 checkered flags, putting them in a great position headed into the rest of the Class 1 series. Team DeFalco, they had a rough run and they tried to come back out. They ended up finishing the race, enough for the race at least to get points in that second race. And of course for DF Young and Good Boy Vodka, they didn't finish that Class 1 race. So that rounded out all the racing for the day, and it was time for the awards ceremony. A great time at Camden on the Lake as the awards were eventful. That was hosted by Brad Harrington, the iconic name in racing. Did a great job. All the awards, there were champagne, great trophies on hand by P1, man. Really did just bring it into a fantastic weekend of offshore racing. And that tied a bow on an epic weekend of offshore racing for Shootout Offshore 2024. Did want to give a special thanks to Leah Martin with the Lake of the Ozarks Shootout and Shootout Offshore with her incredible team. Special thanks to Michael Doc Jansen, incredible, Joel Roush with Guana Marine Group and State of Mind Water Sports, and of course Joe on their 42 HCB center console. He took us out with the dive team and safety boat. Also want to give a special shout out to Camden on the Lake, Denise Pence and her team. Also got to see Missy and Gary Pinkel, and then some of the most legendary names in racing: Johnny Tomlinson, Billy Moore, Reese Langheim, Julian Maldonado, Randy Kent, Rick Lindsay and crew, among others. Imcon Racing, man, they do it right. Special anniversary shout out to Tyler and Lindsay Miller, X Insurance, Ray Lee, and Speedboat Magazine and his crew. Now stay tuned in the next coming weeks, guys, for behind the scenes interviews and exclusive content you won't see anywhere else. And of course, for you guys, the drivers, the teams, the sponsors that we connected with, we're happy to turn over any of our photos, video clips, and all of our assets without watermarks to help you guys out. We absolutely had a blast. So thanks for welcoming us. So seriously, thank you all for being the best professional athletes in the world. And to tie a bow on the 2024 P1 and UIM Class 1 World Championship, and APBA National Championship Series from Shootout Offshore at Lake of the Ozarks. I also have to give a shout out to Lake TV General Manager Chris Schneider, David Leatherberry, who helped us with promotions in the street party, Megan Albers on social media and promotions, Daniel Carnahan with Skyview Photography with our drone, Robbie Brewer, Spencer Wall, who not only shot this weekend but edited this entire recap for us, Saturday night into Sunday morning, pulled an all-nighter, Michelle Kitchen scheduling, switched to live races for us here at Lake TV, and of course, Andrew Evans, Lake TV's DOP and senior videographer, the most talented man in media, my guy, the OG Unreal, what you pulled off this weekend. Well, that is officially gonna do it. I'm William Holtz with Lake TV. Thank you for watching. Until next time, my offshore racing friends, be safe, be fast, and most importantly, be blessed.